Hello and a very warm welcome to this edition of Public Forum. In Public Forum today we are going to talk about poverty. Well, India is on course to meet the United Nations set Millennium Development Goals on poverty reduction. Latest data from the Planning Commission showed the poverty level declined from 37.2% in 2004 and 5 to 21.9% in 2011 and 12. India had made a commitment to reduce the poverty rate by half by 2015 compared to the 93-94 levels when official poverty line stood at 47%. Beyond these statistics, has the picture of the country's poor really changed? If yes, then can the numerous rights-based schemes be given the credit for this change? What about the purchasing power of an average Indian? Has it increased? Do the poor in the country really feel alleviated? If not, then what is the real picture? In this edition of Public Forum, we'll try and find answers to all these questions. And joining me in the discussion is Professor Himanshu from Center for Study of Regional Development from JNU, Ms. Annie Raja, she's General Secretary with National Federation of Indian Women, and Mr. N.C. Saxena, who's a member, National Advisory Council, also former member, Planning Commission. He has headed a committee which was to assess poverty. And, well, let's start with you, Mr. Saxena, since we know that, we've talked about this subject quite a number of times. But of course, these figures, there's a mixed reaction to this particular figure that has come out now. That is, can poverty really dip to this extent? And if it has dipped, then what are the reasons that can be really, quoted as to why it has dipped? What is your perception, sir?
Well, in fact, soils has certainly improved at a faster rate in the last 10 years than ever before. Now, poverty line is an artificial construct. It is very arbitrary. You can have any poverty line, but whatever line you choose, it would show that there has been decline. Although I don't think that people who are just above the poverty line can be called as doing quite well or not wanting government subsidy, because if you look at the NSSO data, it shows that 50% of rural population is living below 40 rupees per day per capita, and 50% of urban population is living below 70 rupees per day per capita. Now, 70 rupees in urban areas or 40 rupees in, it is a very, very low income. So, the present poverty line, I always call it a kutta billi line.
Right.
That is, only cats and dogs can live below this line. But what is causing great distress is that 27 crore people are still below that line. So therefore, one should be worried about them rather than spend time in discussing where that line should be. It is this. Now, why has it come down? There could be a large number of factors. Growth itself has been good in the last 10 years. Plus, we have a number of pro-poor schemes, NREGA or NRHM or other livelihood programs. I would say that some states have made a lot of effort in improving delivery. Especially when you look at the PDS, you find that a large number of states have improved delivery, with the result that the leakages have come down from 55% to about 30%, which shows that there is general improvement, although much more needs to be done. And there are still lagging states which are lagging behind, where either because political will
should be read in the present context, since we know that there is mixed reaction that we've seen from all corners about whether the number of poor in the country, has it really come down or not, and what is the situation of poor in the country. Dr. Saxena, would you like to say something?